Hello everyone. Now we are going to see The Old Man and the Sea, written by Ernest Hemingway. Okay? So Ernest Miller Hemingway, it was his full name, and he was an American novelist, short story writer, journalist, and sportsman. He was born on 21st July 1899 in US. He was died on 2nd July 1961. So his birth month and death month was same, and he belongs to 20th century. Okay, his writing technique is the iceberg theory or theory of omission. So that is nothing but a simple style of writing that reveals minimal detail on the surface with deeper meaning hiding below. So when you look at only the surface, that is only when you read on the outer surface, when you read only the outer surface of his writings, definitely you won't get any in-depth meaning. Only when you go deep, that is in surface we won't get anything. Only when you go deep, you will be able to find lots of meanings inside. Okay, that is what the iceberg theory or theory of omission. So this is the theory followed by Ernest Hemingway. Okay, then The Old Man and the Sea. So the title of this novel is The Old Man and the Sea. It belongs to the genre literary fiction. It was originally published on 1st September 1952. So only during his uh, lifetime, his last major work of fiction. Okay, so only during that age, his last major work of fiction were written. So he was awarded a Pulitzer Prize for fiction in the year 1953 and Nobel Prize in literature in the year 1954. So both in the consequent years. And then, so the main characters in this novel are Santiago, he was an old man, and Manolin, he was a young boy, and then Martin, it was the fish. Okay, so they were all the active characters. So Martin is a fish, but it is also a character. And then the passive characters are Dimaggio and Perico. Okay, then so summary, the central character, that is Santiago. He is an old fisherman. He was an old Cuban fisherman. Okay, his name was Santiago. Then he couldn't catch any fish. That is, he didn't get any fish for the past 84 days. Okay, so every day he will go to sea for fishing with the hope that today we will get a fish. Okay, so for the past few 84 days he was going to the sea with the same hope, but he couldn't get any, or he didn't catch any fish. Okay, so Manolin, okay, so he was an apprentice of Santiago. um, his family members, that is Manolin's family members, they forced Manolin to leave the old fisherman because Manolin is being trained by the fisherman, but he didn't get any fish for the past 84 days. So their family members are not willing to allow him to go for fishing along with Santiago. But Manolin is not interested to move away from Santiago. Okay, so Manolin, he continues to give some kind of food and bait to this old man Santiago. Okay, so this Santiago, he has trained him not only to catch fish, but also he acts as a mentor. Okay, and then Manolin, on the other hand, he cherishes the old man and the life lesson he imparts. Okay, and also that is, being an old man, definitely he will that is Santiago will have lot of experiences. So he will explain all the experiences, and he will teach the life lesson to Manolin. Okay, so and then during the leisure time, they will discuss the developments in American baseball. So Santiago, he's fond of the American baseball, so whenever they have time, they will talk about the American baseball. Okay, in that Santiago was fond of Joe DiMaggio. He was a handicapped, but he will try to he never give up at any point of time. So this quality impressed Santiago a lot. So he was his favorite hero. And then definitely this Santiago will say to himself, and along with that, Manolin also will inform the Santiago every day that definitely luck will change and you will get a fish. Okay, and then one day Santiago, he will he will take his skip far out into the deep waters of the Gulf Stream, and then on that particular day he will catch a giant marlin. Okay, so with all he had to struggle with the fish for the 3 days. Okay, he had to continuously hold the fish for the few days. He will change the hands at some point of time, but his hands and all will how it is possible to hold a giant fish for the few for 3 days. Okay, definitely we need to have some kind of rest. We need to have water, we need to have food. Only then we will have the strength to hold that fish. But there is no one to replace him. So he is the only person who need to hold that fish for 3 days. So there is a silent war. It is like a silent war between the old man Santiago and the fish marlin. Okay, then only in this novel the struggles, what he had undergone, how he his hands and all will start to bleed. Okay, at one point of time he will make a decision that he can tie the uh, net with he will tie the net in the that is the net is nothing but the thing which they use to catch the fish. Okay, so he will tie the net with the boat, like the all he will have in his mind. And also along with that, in this novel we should not consider this fish as a only a fish. Okay, it symbolizes many things. Okay, um, even being a man, he struggles with the fish for the 3 days. Along with that, though it is a fish, it also tries to compete with him. Okay, it also doesn't give at any point of time. So it this Santiago, he admired the strength, dignity, and faithfulness to its identity, and considered it as his brother. Okay, definitely at many points in the novel you could see that he addresses this Manolin, um, the sorry Marlin, as his own brother. Okay, so and also he compares that this Santiago's destiny is the same as Marlin's destiny. Okay, and then um, finally the Santiago, what he will do, he will reels the marlin in and lashes it to his boat. However, his effort goes for nothing, that is, it ends in vain. So, sharks are drawn to the tethered marlin. So, we all know that sharks are fond of blood. So, when it that is when marlin lashes to the boat, it will start to bleed. Okay, on smell on smelling that, what the sharks will do? They will come and they will start to eat the giant fish. Okay, but Santiago will try to kill a few sharks. Okay, so but what happened at the end means the sharks, so all the sharks will eat the marlin, and the thing which he will get as a, what to say, the thing which which he will get at last is only the skeleton of marlin. Okay, then after returning, so he struggled for 3 days, but he will get only the skeleton. So he will return with that skeleton to his home. Okay, so what he will do, he was totally discouraged. Okay, Santiago, because he had struggled hard, he had struggled a lot with the fish for the few days, but he gets only the skeleton. So with a total disappointment, he returns to the home, and he slept. Okay, so in the meantime, he will leave the boat and the skeleton in the seashore itself. So all the people in that area, they will come and see the skeleton which was tied to the boat of Santiago, and they were all amazed on seeing the skeleton of that fish. Okay, so this Manolin, he was very much worried about what Santiago might be doing. So he will come to see whether the Santiago has reached home or not. And when he sees, he was shocked. Okay, then at last, even at that point of time, what this Manolin will do, he will encourage him. Definitely we will go for fishing together, and definitely we will find fish in the next day. Okay, so on hearing that advice, he will have some kind of what to say, some kind of encouragement. Okay, so after that, he will sleep in the night time. So in the beginning, he will have a dream that he will have the dream of lion. Okay, which will stand on the beaches of Africa. So in the beginning he had, but after this struggle, during this struggle, he won't have that kind of dream. Then after this, the encouragement given by Manolin, after that he again gets the dream. Okay, so what lion will do, it will try to chase the prey. Okay, it won't give up at any point of time. So this dream symbolizes that thing. So the Santiago, being an old man, he is not going to give up at any point of time. So this is the thing which we want to take out from this novel. This is the good thing. Okay, we should never give up at any point of time, whatever the situation may be. Okay, then, so when you see the themes: resistance to defeat, pride, friendship, Christian allegory, solidarity, luck versus skill, pain and suffering. So resistance to defeat. So as a fisherman, he didn't get any fish for the past few days. That is for the 84 days. But he's fighting. Being an old man, he's fighting against the defeat. And he struggles with the marlin for 3 days. That is 3 days and nights. Okay, even though he had undergone lot of exhaustion and pain, he struggled. He never give up. Okay, so after catching the marlin by fighting with the sharks, even when it's clear, he also knows that he's going to lose, but he never give up at any point of time. Okay, so ultimately what he does, Santiago, he represented every man's struggle to survive. So everyone, in order to survive, we need to struggle a lot. So he had stood as a representative. So every man needs to struggle in order to live. And they also show some kind of resistance to defeat. Then friendship. So in what the Santiago, he acts as a mentor for Manolin, and he also trained Manolin how to catch fish. So based for the sake of that friendship, in return, what he will do, Manolin, he will give company, and he also will give food, clothing, and help him to load his skiff. Okay, and also the marlin, he addresses that is Santiago considers this marlin as his brother. So what that though they have undergone the struggle, that both Marlin and Santiago have undergone the struggle, this Marlin becomes his brother. That is a friendship developed due even in hard times. Okay, and then the stars which we could find in this novel, they are stand as a distant friends. Okay, that is the nature. He's in this novel we could see the nature. Every symbol in the nature will stand symbolize something. So the stars, it will represent distant friends. The ocean, then it will represent a woman he loves. And then the flying fish. Okay, so this will represent his principal friends on the ocean. So these are all the things which you should know regarding the old man and the sea. Hope you all clear with this video. So if you have any doubts, you can post it in the comment box. I will rectify it in the future videos. So thank you for your patient listening.